Hi there, I'm Gayatri Jayaraman. Welcome to Shamaha. Thank you for tuning in. And those of you who are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay to like, share, subscribe, and basically enjoy the conversations we have on here. Do leave your comments, questions, and suggestions below. Where even if you disagree with the things that I'm saying, it's always good to have these thinking points and to have spark a conversation. Um, Today, I wanted to talk to you about the concept of toxic positivity. For those of you who may not have heard of it, toxic positivity is when, we're sort of pressurized to constantly feel positive, even at the cost of our negative emotions. And we're sort of pushing it aside and saying, no, I need to get over my grief, my sorrow, my pain. It's not okay for me to feel that way, not for this long, and let me just, find a way to become positive. And it I think it's totally valid, and there is a necessity to talk about toxic positivity also, because sometimes we're just overwhelmed with our negative emotions, and there are people coming to us and saying, oh, just go for a walk, get over it, find something to do, throw yourself in your work. And you look at them and you think, what is wrong with this person? Like, why do they not get how I'm feeling, and am I not entitled to my feelings? So it's totally valid to ask people to accept the negativity of our feelings. We do need to acknowledge our negative feelings. We do need to be allowed to sit with them. We are entitled to them. And nobody can tell us when to get over them. So, the issue I have with toxic positivity is not at all about um, not needing to acknowledge the negativity of everyday life, right? Of life as it unfolds. That's absolutely necessary. But I'm going to give you a different angle to toxic positivity right now. For that, I'll tell you a little story. I was interning at a senior home for about 10 to 15 days. So I wasn't a counselor. It was part of my internship. And my role was to go in every evening for about an hour or so and spend time with them, talk to them, engage them. I taught them a little chair yoga, a bit of pranayam, songs, dances, games, just conversations, memories. And there were about 15 residents of the home, and 10 of them, I would say, were active participants in all the activities. A couple of them could not leave their beds, and there was one gentleman who would always sit in the corner, watch, and say nothing. So I went to him and I said, "Sir, are you okay? Would you like to join? If you're uncomfortable with the games or activities that I'm organizing, are there other things you'd like to do that probably haven't struck me? And I'll just let me know and I'll include them." And for the first day or two, he would just nod and and just like shake his head and move away. On the third day, he sat me down and he said, "You know what? No matter what you do, I'm not going to join in. And if I join in, I'm not going to enjoy myself." So I said, "Why? Why do you say that?" And he said, "Because I'm now around 87 years old and I have not enjoyed a thing in my life." And I just looked at him and he said, "For me," and these are his words, he said, "my negativity is a rut. And I've lived in that rut for so many years, for the maximum portion of my life, that nothing anybody can say or do right now is ever going to get me out of it. It is my habit." And he went on to tell me about how he was estranged from his family, he had no relatives, he had nobody who'd ever come to see him. Um, and he had toiled in vain, all his work. They came, they took away his money, he gave his belongings away to others, and he pretty much said, "I'm just waiting to die. I have nothing in life." And he said, maybe earlier, if I had learned to see things positively, I would have had a very different life. In my internship of those 15 days, I met a lot of very interesting people. I learned a lot from them, including an elderly gentleman with Parkinson's, first dementia, then Parkinson's, who was the most positive individual I have ever encountered. Um, but this is the lesson that also stays with me. Because there comes a time in our lives when we will need positivity, no matter how great our lives are going for us now. And I really hope all of your lives are going the way you want them to. There will be a day or two. There will be a phase. There will be some time when the people we love the most have passed on, and we are feeling alone. We are feeling low. We are feeling a little dejected. And that is when the habit of positivity will throw us a lifeline and will help us pull ourselves out of it. And here's the thing, when you're 87 and in a nursing home, you can't develop positivity then. It's just too difficult. You don't have the physical energy, you don't have the physical stamina, you don't have the mental flexibility, and you're not willing to try for the most part. So it is this ingrained patterning that we put into place for the 45, 50 years of our lives that precede that, that is going to kick in when we need it the most. For some of us, that time of needing that positivity may come earlier, it may come later. It may not come at all. We just may not need it. That's great. But this is why positivity needs to be a cultivated habit. It needs to be a discipline. It needs to be something we remember to do on a daily basis, even when we don't feel like it. And I'll also tell you why that is necessary. Because negativity is something we have been taught. Okay? When we are children, we are not born negative, we are not born self critical. We are taught that. We're told this needs a punishment. That is something you shouldn't have had to do. And this is a necessary part of socializing, of adapting to a social environment, the morals, the codes of society. It is what sets boundaries to our behaviors. It's how we learn to be, sociable human beings in our environments, and allows us to lead a productive and communicative life. So that's necessary. You do bad, you're getting punished. But what that is often not passed on to us in a very sensitive way. And due to introjection, this self critical voice, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I should have known better. Oh, what kind of a person am I? Oh, I need to be punished for this. Oh, all this bad stuff that's happening to me is because I deserved it. I don't deserve better. I'm an imposter. I don't have the skills. I'll never be able to make it. These are all phrases and sounds that come to us from inside our head because we've heard someone else say it to us. I'm useless. I'm worthless. Um, and through a process of therapy or meditation, sometimes you can sit down and trace it back and see where exactly these phrases have come to us from. Who said them to us first? Who said them in ways that were not constructive criticism but that hurt us, right? And the issue is not really who beyond a point. The issue is, why is that voice still in my head? Why has that voice become my voice to myself? Why do I put myself down? And because we have learnt this, and this is a habit pattern of the mind that has been ingrained over years and years, we need the counter. We need to learn the positivity. We need to learn to stand in front of the mirror, look ourselves in the eyes, and say, I am beautiful. I am worth it. I do deserve better. I do deserve a partner who cherishes me, who adores me, who does things for me. I deserve to be looked after. I deserve to be loved. I am capable of love. I'm capable of giving love. I, I'm a good person. And you won't believe how many clients come to me, and so much can be traced down to this negative voice in their heads. And the voice in their heads that has come to them is almost like an unwanted inheritance from the people around us. So positivity is something we absolutely do need to cultivate. Gratitude, acknowledgement of our good qualities. These are the things, even when we're feeling down, and you say it aloud. Hey, I did such a good job. I'm so proud of myself. You know, just learn to say it to yourself. Just say it out loud quietly in a room to a mirror. It's fine. You don't have to walk down the street shouting it. But it's okay to give yourself a pat on the back once in a while, because that is what is going to counter the negative. And let's be clear, the negative voice is never going to entirely go away. It's always going to be there, right? If we're not negative towards ourselves, the world is going to be negative to us. There's always going to be somebody pulling us down. So just eventually the positive and the negative are going to come to a balance and rest in the middle. And there will be a negative voice and there'll be a positive voice saying, hey, no, come on, you did your best. It's okay, you didn't make it, right? And that balanced voice in our head is what we need to aim for. Because there's going to be a day when positivity is going to throw us a lifeline and we're going to grab it and pull ourselves out of the sinkhole. So don't abide by toxic positivity too much. Positivity is good, you know. As someone once told me, I don't know anybody who became fat by eating fruit. Positivity is fruit, just eat the fruit. Yeah. Okay, so have a nice day. I'm going to be leaving a card meditation for you guys, which I found very inspiring. So do have a look at it. And I hope you're having a wonderful festive season, those of you who celebrate. And take care, hug your families, and just good wishes to all of you.